WASSCE Further Mathematics Paper 2 Compulsory Questions. Make sure you solve all these questions before going to the exam hall. Elective Mathematics Paper 2 Compulsory Questions. Are you ready for us to solve these questions? Alright, we'll begin with the very first one. But before that, kindly subscribe to this channel and share this video. Thank you. Let's begin with the very first question here. We are to find the equation of the normal to the curve y equal 3x minus 2 over x plus 2 with x not equal to negative 2 at the point 2, 1. Recall that the equation of the normal is a straight line which can be found using y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So first we have to determine the gradient of the tangent to this curve at this point. Then we can find the negative reciprocal to get the gradient of the normal. So gradient of tangent, going to use m sub t should be equal to dy dx at x equal to. So recall that the x1 is this, the x1 in this equation is this, and the y1 in that equation is this one. So we can now differentiate 3x minus 2 over x plus 2. We are going to use the quotient rule. So let's do that. So remember the quotient rule. V du dx plus u, it's not plus, it's minus rather, minus u dv dx all over v squared. So we will let u to be equal to 3x minus 2. Then we have du dx will give us 3. Then we can also let v to be equal to x plus 2. Then we have dv dx is equal to 1. So we are going to fix those values there. So dv dx 1 will be here. Then du dx 3 will be here. Then v will be here, u will be here, and v square will be here. So we are going to get v, which is x plus 2 times 3. V is x plus 2 times 3 minus u, which is 3x minus 2 times dv dx, which is 1, all over v squared, which is x plus 2 all squared. So this will be equal to, when we expand the numerator, we get 3x plus 6 minus 3x plus 2 all over x plus 2 all squared. So what do we do next? We simplify the top. That will give us 6 plus 2, which is 8. 8 over x plus 2 all squared. So at x equal to, the gradient of the tangent will be equal to, at x equal to 8 over 2 plus 2 squared. So that will be equal to 8 over 4 squared, which is 16, or 1 over 2. So the gradient of the tangent is 1 over 2. And the gradient of the normal, m of n, will be equal to the negative reciprocal. So negative 1 over 2. And that will give us negative 2. So the gradient of the normal is negative 2. So we got the requirement to find the equation of a straight line. We got the gradient, negative 2. We got the point 2, 1. So let's proceed and find the equation of the straight line. Plug in negative 2 here. So we are going to get negative 2 into bracket x minus x1. x1 is 2. Then we have y minus y1. y1 is 1. So this gives us y minus 1 is equal to negative 2x plus 4 when we expand. Or we have y is equal to negative 2x plus 4 plus 1, which is plus 5. So that is the equation of the normal to the given curve at the point 2, 1. So the question number 2. Please remember to share this video, and thank you for your support. Question number 2. The position vectors of P and Q relative to an origin are given as OP, vector OP equal I minus 7j and vector OQ equal 3I plus 2j. Find angle POQ and state the type of angle it is. So let's do that. We have two vectors relative to an origin. We are looking for angle POQ, and that is given by, so this is I minus 7j, and this is 2I, 3I plus 2j. So the angle is given by the relation vector OP dot vector OQ is equal to magnitude of vector OQ, vector OP times magnitude of vector OQ cos of the angle POQ. So let's do the dots product. So we have OP, which is I minus 7j dot OQ, which is 3I plus 2j, is equal to magnitude of OP square root of 1 squared plus negative 7 squared times square root of 3 squared plus 2 squared times the cosine of the angle between them, angle POQ. So let's dot them. I dot 3I, that will give us 1 times 3, which is 3. Negative 7 times 2, that will give us minus 14, is equal to, this will give us square root of 1 squared is 1 plus 7 squared, negative 7 squared, 49, so square root of 50 times square root of 3 squared 9 plus 4 squared, 2 squared 4, 13, cosine of the angle POQ. So we get negative 11 is equal to square root of, we get 5 root 26. Remember that 50 is 5 root 2, then the root 2 times 13 will give us 5 root 26. So we have 5 root 26 here. Cosine of the angle POQ. So angle POQ will be equal to negative 11 cos inverse of negative 11. So cos inverse of negative 11 over square root of 5 root 26. And this is going to give us, use your scientific calculator to find the cos inverse of negative 11 over 5 root 26. And that should give you 115.56 degrees to 2 decimal places. So the angle, the type of angle is obtuse angle, because it is more than 90 but it's less than 180 degrees. Question number 3. Find the sum of all natural numbers between 100 and 500 which are divisible by 3. So this is the application of sequence and series, AP, arithmetic progression. So we need to find the first term between 100 and 500 that is divisible by 3. And remember that if a number is divisible by 3, when we sum the number, we need to get a multiple of 3. So with 100, when we sum the digit 1 plus 0, we get 1. So 101, 1 plus 0 plus 1, we get 2. Then 102, 1 plus 0 plus 2, we get 3. So it means the first number over there that is divisible by 100, but that is divisible by 3 is 102. So the next one will be plus 3, which is 105. The next one will be plus 2, which is 108. Up to, we can find the last number here. We know 500, when we add 5 plus 0 plus 0, we get 5. So 499, when we add 4 plus 9 plus 9, we get 22, which is not a multiple of 3. How about 498? When we add 4 plus 9 plus 8, we get 12 plus 9, which is 21, which is a multiple of 3. So that will be the last number in the sequence, in the AP. So the sum of term S of n is given by n over 2 into bracket the first term A plus the last term L. So that is the sum. So we need to find the number of terms in this sequence here. So how can we find that? We can use u sub n is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. So the d is the common difference, which is 3. So the d is equal to 105 minus 102, and that will give us 3. Then the a is 102. So we can find the n now. So the last term here is 498. 498 is equal to a, which is 102, plus n minus 1d. So we expand. So 498 minus 102 will give us 396. So 396 will be equal to 3 into bracket n minus 1. So let's divide 396 by 3, and that will give us 132. So we have 390 divided by 3 is 132 is equal to n minus 1. So we are going to get n to be equal to 132 plus 1, which is 133. So we have 133 terms in the geometric progression. So we can now proceed to find the value of the sum of the sum of all the terms in from 102 to 498 with an interval of 3. So we are going to substitute 133 here, then we substitute 102 here, then we substitute 498 here. So let's do that. So the sum of the first 133 terms in that sequence will be equal to 133 over 2 times the first term, which is 102, plus the last term, which is 498, and that will give us 133 over 2 times 102 plus 498. Using your calculator, you get 600. So that will give us 133 times 300, and 133 times 300 should give us 39,900. So that is the sum of all the natural numbers between 100 and 500 which are divisible by 3. Do you want us to solve question number 4? Okay, then please share the video for me. Great, thank you so much. Okay, so question 4, we have to integrate x over square root of 4 minus x dx. So this is what you're going to do. We'll integrate first before we do the substitution. So let's integrate x over 4 minus x without a limit. We'll do the indefinite integral first, then we'll come and do substitution. Dx. We will let t be equal to 4 minus x. It's a square root there. Then when we differentiate dt, we will get negative dx. So we can do the substitution to obtain the indefinite integral. Wherever we see 4 minus x, we put t there. So we have square root of t. Then how about wherever we see x? So we can make x the subject here. So we bring the x here to become positive, we send the t there to become negative. So that will give us 4 minus t times dx. So dx will be equal to, when you multiply through by negative 1, you get negative dt equal dx. So we have negative dt. So this negative, we can use it to multiply what is here, the top, so that it becomes the integral of t minus 4, because negative times negative t will give us positive t. The negative times negative 4 will give us negative 4, all over square root of t. Remember, square root of t is the same as t exponent half dt. So let's progress with what is here. So we will obtain, we are going to let the denominator go to the numerator. This one go to the numerator. So it will come here and multiply, but the exponent has to become negative. So we are going to get integral of t minus 4 times t exponent negative half. So we have integral of t minus 4 times t exponent negative half dt. So we can expand now and we apply the rules of exponent, the laws of indices. So we have integral of t times t exponent negative half. Then we have minus 4 t exponent negative half dt. So this will be equal to t times t exponent negative half. Remember, there is an exponent of 1 here, 1 plus negative half. So it will become integral of t exponent 1 plus negative 1 over 2. Then minus 4 t exponent negative half dt. This simplifies to the integral of t exponent 1 over 2 minus 4 exponent t exponent negative half dt. So this is what we are going to integrate. So let's do that. So we are integrating t exponent half minus 4 t exponent negative 1 over 2 dt. So this will be equal to, we add 1 to the exponent, t exponent 1 over 2 plus 1 minus 4 t exponent negative 1 over 2 plus 1. Then we divide by the result, 1 over 2 plus 1. Then we have negative 1 over 2 plus 1 plus c. So that will be the integral. It will be t exponent 3 over 2 over 2 over 3 over 2. Then we have minus 4 t exponent half all over half plus c. And this will simplify to t exponent 3 over 2 negative 4 over half will be 8 over 8t exponent half plus c. T exponent 3 over 2 over 2 over 3 over 2 will be 2t over 3. So that is the integral here that we just got. So we can now substitute 4 minus x wherever we see t in this value. So we do that. So the integral will now become 2 over 3t, which is 4 minus x exponent 3 over 2. Then we have plus minus 8. It's not plus. So minus 8 times t exponent 1 over 2. And now the t is 4 minus x exponent 1 over 2 plus c. So that is the indefinite integral. Now to evaluate the definite integral, we just have to evaluate this at 0 to 4. So this thing here will be equal to whatever we are seeing here. So we have to plug in the values and evaluate. So let's plug in 4. So we get 2 over 3 times 4 minus 4 exponent 3 over 2 minus 8 into bracket 4 minus 4 exponent 1 over 2 minus, now we plug in 0, so 2 over 3 times 4 minus 0 exponent 3 over 2. Then we have minus 8 times 4 minus 0 exponent 1 over 2. So let's simplify this. So this will be equal to 0 because 4 minus 4 is 0, exponent something is 0, 0 exponent anything is 0. So that's 0 exponent 3 over 2 is 0 times anything is 0. So this will be 0 minus into bracket. Then this will be 2/3 of 4 exponent 3 over 2. Minus 8 times 4 exponent 1 over 2. So this will be equal to, now 4 exponent 3 over 2 will give us 8 because square root of 4 is 2, 2 exponent 3 is 8. So we have negative into bracket 8 minus, so 8 times 2 over 3, then minus, we have 8 times square root of 4, which is 2, so 8 times 2 is 16. So let's simplify this, and what do we get? We obtain negative into bracket 16 over 3 minus 16. So negative 16 over 3 minus 16. So that will give us 3. We have 16 minus 48, 8, negative. And that will give us negative times negative 32 over 3. So the whole thing will simplify into 32 over 3, or 10 whole number 2 over 3. So this whole thing is equal to 10 whole number 2 over 3. If you have not shared this video yet, please kindly share this video for me. Thank you so much. Let's solve question number 5. A committee of 3 members is to be formed from a club consisting of 4 men and 5 women. Find the probability that the committee formed will consist of at least 1 woman. So let's do that. Probability that the committee will consist of at least 1 woman. It means the committee can consist of 1 woman, 2 men, 2 women, 1 man, and all of them being 3 women. So if there are 3, if the committee consists of 1 woman, then that will be choosing 1 person from 5 women. And we have 5 combination, 1 way of doing that, and the remaining must be choosing from the men. The remaining 2 people must be choosing from the men. So we have 4 combination 2. Or we have 2 of the people in the committee being women. So we have 5 combination 2 ways of doing that. And the remaining must come from the men. That will be 4 combination 1. Or all the people in the committee are women, and all the 3 people are women. So no one in the committee is a man. So we divide all of these by the number of ways we can choose 3 from a total of 9 people. 4 plus 5. That will be 9 combination 3 ways. So let's simplify this. This will be equal to 5 combination 1 is 5, 4 combination 2 is 6, then 5 combination 2 is 10, and 4 combination 1 is 4, and 5 combination 3 is also 10, 4 combination 0 is 1. All over 9 combination 4 is 80, 9 combination 3 is 84. So we will get 30 here, then we get 40 here, then we get 10 here. So that will give us a total of 80 over 84, which will simplify to 20 over 21. Or you can write down the decimal equivalence if you wish. So the probability is 20 over 21. Now let's look at our next question. And that question is question number 6. We are expressing 20 over x squared minus 25 in partial fractions. So how do we do that? So first we have to factor 20 over x squared minus 25. We factor the denominator, and that will give us a difference of 2 squared, x squared minus 5 squared, which is giving us x minus 5, x plus 5. So let's express this as we have 20 over x minus 5. We set up the partial fraction decomposition. That will be equal to, let's say, a over x minus 5 plus b over x plus 5, since they are all linear factors in the denominator. So what do we do next? Here's what we do. So we find the LCM. The LCM is x minus 5, x plus 5. So we obtain a into bracket x plus 5. Then we have b into bracket x minus 5 here. So this is equivalent to this. Now the denominators are the same. You can see that they are the same. So what do? We are going to equate the numerators. So we will equate 20 to what is here. So a into bracket x plus 5. So 20 will be equal to a into bracket x plus 5, b into bracket x minus 5. So when x is equal to 5, we are using this linear factor here. When x equals 5, we are doing the cover-up rule. 20 will be equal to a into bracket 5 plus 5 plus b into bracket 5 minus 5. But this will give us 0. So we get 20 is equal to 10a. So we have a to be equal to, divided by 10, a to be equal to 2. So the value of a equal 2. And when x is equal to, negative 5, then this becomes 0. So we are going to get 20 is equal to b minus 5 minus 5. So we get 20 is equal to negative 10b. So that will give us b to be equal to negative 2. So b is equal to negative 2. So if b is negative 2 and a is 2, then a partial fraction becomes a equal 2 over x minus 5 minus b minus 2 over x plus 5. So the partial fraction becomes 20 over x squared minus 25 is equal to a, which is 2 over x minus 5 minus 2 over x plus 5. Then we proceed to the next question, question number 7. Are you sharing this video? If you are not sharing it, please try and share it now. Given that one of the roots of x minus 7, x minus 1 equal q is 3 times the other, find the value of q. So we apply quadratic equations here. So let's expand. X times x is x squared minus x. Then we have minus 7x, then plus 7 is equal to q. So we have x squared minus 8x plus 7 minus q is equal to 0. So we have this as our c, and we have our a to be equal to 1, we have our b to be equal to negative 8, and we have our c to be equal to 7 minus q. So if that is the case, we have, if one of the root is alpha and the other one is beta, then we have alpha plus beta to be equal to minus b over a, which is minus of negative 8 over 1, and that will give us 8. So we have one equation, alpha plus beta is equal to 8. Then also alpha beta, the product of roots, will be equal to c over a, 7 minus q over 1. So we have another equation here, alpha plus beta is equal to 7 minus q. Then we get a third equation from this statement. One root is twice the other. So the third equation will be alpha is equal to 3 beta. So we have equation 3. So remember the other equations are alpha plus beta equal 8. Then alpha beta equals 7 minus q. So we have to put equation 3 in equation 1 and equation 2 because it is already made a subject for us. So when we put 3 beta here in equation 1, we obtain 3 beta for alpha plus beta already there is equal to 8. So if that is the case, we have 4 beta is equal to 8. So beta will be equal to 2. Then again, we put the 3 beta in equation 2, and that will give us alpha beta is equal to, alpha beta. So the alpha is 3 beta. So we have 3 beta for the alpha, then times beta is equal to 7 minus q. So 3 beta beta, and we know beta is 2. So we have 3 times beta squared, or 3 times 2 times 2 is equal to 7 minus q. So we have 3, 2, 6, 6, 2, 12 minus 7 is equal to negative q. So 12 minus 7 is 5 equal negative q. So q has to be equal to negative 5. Then we move on to our final question for the compulsory paper. A particle with a uniform acceleration of 8 meters per second square covers 55 meters in the 5th second of its motion. Find its initial velocity. So you recall the equations of motion. S equal ut plus half at squared. We're going to use this to find the initial velocity, where s is the displacement, which is 55, is equal to ut. U we don't know. The t, that one too we don't know yet. But we know the acceleration to be 8 meters per second squared. So we're given that in the 5th second, the motion is 55. So the 5th second will be the difference between the 5th and the 4th seconds. So that will be equal to the 5th seconds. We substitute into this formula. In the 5th second, 2 will be equal to 5. So we have u times 5 plus half times a, which is 8, times t squared, which is 5 squared, minus the 4th seconds will be u times 4, then plus half of 8t squared. A is 8, and the t now is 4 squared. So we have 55 being equal to 5u plus this will give us 4 times 25, which is 100, minus 4u plus half of 8 is 4 times 4, that will give us 4 cube, which is 64. So we get 55 is equal to 5u minus 4u plus 100 minus 64, and that will give us 36. So 5u minus u will give us u. So we get 55 minus 36 to be equal to u. 5u minus 4u is u. Therefore, the initial velocity will be equal to 19 meters per second squared. 90 meters per second. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Remember to share, to subscribe, and thank you.